I'm 38M. I'm finding it hard to date after my wife, 32F, passed away. Hi everyone. 5 years ago, my wife of 6 years was killed in a car crash. We had a 3-year-old daughter at the time who is 8 years old now. Life has been anything but easy since, but I've been lucky to have a strong support system of family and friends and have a strong career which has helped us get by. Over the past 6 months, I've thought about getting back into dating. Funnily, and eerily enough, my wife and I had talked about what we would do if one of us died young, and we were firm that the other person should marry again, so I know this is something she would have wanted. I'm also eager for companionship and a relationship, but I haven't had much success at all. My major issue is I compare every potential partner to my wife, in my head. It's like I'm looking for an excuse to not give that person a chance. I want to make it clear that I'm not looking for a new mother for my daughter, but I wonder if women might think I am and get turned off. Basically, I'm playing out every worst-case scenario in my head. Any advice on how to tackle this? My mom passed away when I was 12 from a ski-doo accident, and my dad was very much in the same boat as you are in now. They had married at 19 and stayed together until her death at the age of 35. My parents also had that conversation, and he also knew that even if tragedy struck him, the world didn't stop turning and he couldn't stop living. He wanted to show us that life goes on anyways, you just have to do the best you can with what you have. Your wife was, I am sure, an amazing woman, and you do very well to cherish her memory and keep her alive for your daughter so she can know who her mother was. But be very careful between cherishing her memory and idolizing her. She was a person, and like any person she also had her faults too. My father met my stepmother 3 or so years after, and she once asked my dad if he still loved his first wife, my mom, and if he still loved her, how could he love my stepmom now? My dad took a moment to think about it, and in the best way he could he explained that yeah, he would always love her. They were torn apart not because they stopped loving each other, but because circumstances decided that was it. But he could love her memory and also love my stepmother for the wonderful woman she was as well. That it wasn't a competition because they each were cherished to him. She was the love of his life then, and now my stepmom is the love of him life now. He could never compare them because it's apples and oranges. These are two different people. You have to first take your dearly departed wife off the pedestal you put her on that makes you compare her to any other woman coming into your life now. 'Cause that isn't really fair. Once you do that, once you make her human again, you can start realizing that not everyone is perfect, and you can start looking for a new partner without the shadow of the old one constantly in the background to compare these women to. Love isn't something that can be divided, it grows and multiplies, and just because you love a new woman does not mean you love your first wife any less. And just because you love and adore your first wife does not mean any other woman that comes after will be lacking, it just means they will be different.